Happy Saturday, everyone. It's Triple Crown 24 back with a big TTM recap episode, and I say big for multiple reasons. The biggest one being I have 6 different TTM successes to show you. Now, I do apologize. This was originally meant to be a live version, but in the 3 times I tried to do a take, I had my dog bark. We had this big bug in the house. I still don't know what it was, but I had to take care of it because it was annoying me. I got sick, and I also had to take a phone call. So I figured I'd just open them up, but I promise we'll do a live version at some point within the next few weeks because you guys seem to like that episode when I did that. Anyways, here's one that came in on Friday. The rest actually came in a day on Saturday. This was out of Oakland, California. Took 13 days, success number 97 on the year. It's a 3 of 3 from former big leaguer Mark Kotsay. So this first one is on the 09 Upper Deck. I like these cards. Unfortunately, the edges got kind of dinged up and so do the corners, so you can kind of see the whitening on the edges. But still a pretty solid set here. During the late 2000s, I really favored the Upper Deck sets over the top sets. I just think that they had better photography and better designs. So I will usually send these off if I have one laying around of a player that I want to send to. So here he is with the Red Sox. Then going into the Topps flagships for my collection, this first one that Upper Deck tried to slide back on camera there. But anyways, this first one's from 2012 Topps. And sure enough, I also have the 2012 Topps update. So he's with the Brewers and the Padres here. I don't really consider update series as part of my main flagship set, but I do, still add them in, and they're kind of like a supplement to the flagship design. So happy to add a nice Upper Deck and at least one nice flagship addition to my collections there. So thank you, Mr. Kotsay. I better know him for his time with the Athletics. That's really when I watched him play a lot and followed him a little bit closer, but I didn't have any Athletics cards of him, which usually seems to happen with the guys. I don't have him in the uniform I would like. All right, this next one. Now, this did not show up on Informed Delivery, and unfortunately, this is like a little horror story here. It's coming in from San Francisco, California, and you can tell right away that this kind of went through a war. I did not bend this. I actually saw my postal carrier while I was walking my dog, try to put the envelopes in the mailbox, and bent it. I kind of looked at it, and I was like, oh, and then put it back in. I was just walking the dog, and he happened to drive by. So, that's not great, and I could feel through the envelope that it was dinged up, and unfortunately it is. It's a 1-1 success in 59 days. Now, when I did the live episode, I guessed twice that it was going to be this guy, and I finally got it back today, but unfortunately it's a little damaged. Coming in from Giants manager Bruce Bochy. Probably going to go into the Hall of Fame as a manager at one point, but he's still with them now. This might be his last year with the Giants. We'll see. Won the World Series with them 3 times in 5 years, as probably most of you guys know. Signed on this 88 Topps. I sent this out before I decided to go for the flagship design. Otherwise, I would have sent the Giants team card with it, but I might try him again at a later date if he comes back for next year. But as you can see, this top corner was a little bit bent, and then down here below, you can see the big crease in the card that came from shoving it in the mailbox. So that is unfortunate. I was pretty mad about it when I first saw it, just because I know that it could have been avoided. If the machine gets it, the machine gets it. But when it's right there about to be delivered, I would hope that it would get there safely. But oh well, I will gladly take another flagship to my collection. So we're gonna put that one away. Now I first took the live version of this earlier today. This was the only one that I guessed wrong on for who it would be. This is success number 99 on the year, third one to show off today. It took 12 days. Coming in from Harrisburg, PA. On the back of the envelope, he wrote John 3:16. I thought this was Gene Garber, who I actually sent out to, but actually, just because it was 2 cards, and that's what I sent to him. But one of the cards felt thicker, so I was wondering what was up with that. That's actually from a member of the Reading Fightin' Phils in the Phillies organization, Adam Hazley, one of their top prospects, signed 2-2 in 12 days. Sent this just because he got called up there, and I had waited, and thank God I waited because I was going to originally send to Clearwater where he was before. I saw Christian from Ellis Cards, shout out to him, get him during graphing. I saw that his sig had kind of shortened. I was hoping that it would be a longer sig during the TTMs, but I will gladly take any cards signed by him. Hazley, from what I've heard, is a really cool guy, and from what I've seen in his interviews, he's also a pretty cool guy. So first one's on this 18 Bowman. This is the prospect card. First Bowman prospect from this year's Bowman that I've gotten back, so pretty happy with that. And then this one came out really nicely. I'm really happy with this one. This was what I really wanted to send off. It's the 2000, I want to say 17 Bowman's Best. Let me take a look at the back. Yeah, 17 Bowman's Best. Green refractor number to 99. I don't normally send off like refractors like this or numbered cards, but I decided to take the chance on this one, and it paid off. So there you go. 2-2 success from Adam Hazley. Really nice guy. I was a little worried as well that he might be traded if the Phillies went after Machado, just because he is, he's towards the bottom of the top 100 list. I don't know if he's still in it because they just added all the new draft prospects, but he could definitely be a guy who is not too high in the Phillies farm system in terms of depth. I think he's like their number 4 or 5 prospect, but he's definitely a guy that you might consider moving to get a player like Machado. But fortunately, he has not been moved, and I'd like to see him kind of make it to the Phils one day. All right, this next one is pretty cool. It's the century mark for TTM returns this year. Success number 100 on the year, and it was a 2-2 in 8 days coming out of Tampa Bay St. Petersburg. I know who pretty much all these are because I remember sending out these different like ball stamps. And I remember I had 4 different ones, I want to say, or 2 different ones with soccer balls. Can't remember which one. But this is a 2-2 coming in from former big leaguer for the Cleveland Indians and originally a Brewers prospect, Matt Laporta, first signed as 2010 tops. This is just kind of one that I threw in there. This is the one I was really interested in, though, the 2011 tops. I love this set. I think this is really well done design on the bottom here with the little baseball and the team logo. You guys have probably heard me talk about 2011 tops before. But signed nicely in blue. This one is a pretty bright card, great photography. This set overall is a really good one. And I thought this was pretty cool as well. I won't show you my original letter, but I saw my letter returned to me, and that's only happened like 2 other times. One of them was a letter back from Whit Merrifield, and he wrote me, see if I can get it on camera here. Thank you for the handwritten letter. It really means a lot to me when I get those. If you get a chance, please follow me on Instagram and Facebook. I would really appreciate that. Respectfully, Matt Laporta, and then dated it July 24th. I don't do Facebook, so if Matt ever watches this, I don't have a Facebook, so sorry about that. I do have an Instagram, though, and when I'm done recording all my stuff today, I will definitely go give him a follow on that. So I actually watched him play up in Columbus. I travel around the Midwest a lot, and I have for the last 10 years. So I watched him play when he was an Indians prospect up in Columbus with the Clippers, and there was a lot of hype around him then. I don't think the Indians really gave him much of a chance in the big leagues, so he didn't really get to become what he was meant to be. I think he was a top 20 prospect at one time, but I just don't think Cleveland gave him enough of a chance. But now he is in, I want to say, like real estate or some kind of I might be thinking of someone else, but I'm pretty sure it's real estate. So thank you, Mr. Laporta, for that, and then thank you for writing me that note back. I'll definitely give you that follow on Instagram. All right, this next one, I knew which one this one was as well, just because it has the baseball stamp, and I remember who I sent that out to. This is a 2 of 2 in 8 days, a lot of 2 of 2s today. Success number 101 on the year. Items 142 and 143 out of Carroll Stream, Illinois. This usually means the Chicago Cubs. It is exactly who I thought. Anthony Bass, who is a reliever for them right now. He signed 2 of 2. First one on this 2012 Topps update. Out of all the update series, I seem to get a lot of the 2012 Topps updates. So if you guys are looking to buy like a cheap set to send off to, I think 2012 update is a good investment, especially for TTMs. And then there's also some pretty good rookie cards in that set as well. And the second one, 2013 Topps. I like this design a lot. I think it's it's pretty simple, but they really nailed it. He's got a really nice signature inscribed his jersey number on both of them as well. So appreciate that, Mr. Bass. He actually pitched at a high school that was pretty near where I grew up. So I didn't ever get to watch him play there. It was so long ago now that I can't really remember if I had heard about him coming out of there before. But then he's kind of been in places where I've had family, such as Fort Wayne, then San Diego, as well as now Chicago. So this guy has pretty much been everywhere where I've been or have had family at. So pretty cool success there. I know this was a long episode, but you guys could probably expect that with so many TTM returns. And this last one, also before I get into the last one, if you guys remember the gasoline episode, this one doesn't have anything on it, but it smells like the gasoline from that Jake Arrieta return. It is like really potent. I thought like the house was on fire for a second when I was first recording this, but it's got like a gas smell on it. It just doesn't have anything leaked on it, so pretty weird. This last one is coming in from Dallas, Texas. It's a 101 in 60 days. I had no idea who this was coming back, but it did have like my little mojo way of writing my name on it. So I knew it was someone who I wasn't necessarily expecting back, or it was a bigger name. And I was not expecting this one back, but I saw someone get him this morning, and I thought, oh, well, maybe. And I'm pretty happy with this one. So 1 of 1 in 60 days, success number 102 on the year, coming in from Big Sexy himself, the guy who never seems to leave baseball, Bartolo Colon, signing 1 of 1 on this 2013 Topps. I have a lot of Bartolo Colon cards, and I thought this was probably the nicest looking one. It's a nice light background. He's wearing the white jersey, so the signature should come out great, and it did. Look at that signature. It's awesome. Now, the Texas Rangers have been known for some of their bigger players to stamp their autographs. I looked at this one pretty closely since I had a chance to record this episode. And as you can probably see here, you can kind of see the reflection of the Sharpie. So that just tells me that it's not something that was stamped. It was actually hand-signed. This doesn't have any indentations on it for like a paper clip, and I know that sometimes with some teams they'll open up the fan mail for them and they'll like paper clip the cards out to be signed, and that doesn't seem to be the case with this one. It looks like he actually opened it himself, signed it, and then just dropped it into my envelope, just because there's no you can see at the top of this card really no indentations that you would see with a paper clip when you have those kind of cards. So 1 of 1 from Bartolo Colon, this guy who I don't have an autograph of, and I figured, with how long his career has been and how documented his career has been, he's a guy I had to have. Had pretty good success with the Rangers overall this year, but really happy to add that. Really happy with all my returns today, even the one that got damaged, unfortunately. So really good way to conclude my mail week. All right, guys, that'll do it for my successes. Let me know what you think of today's returns down below. Tomorrow, I'll be back with a video that will celebrate my 1-year anniversary of TTMing. So I sent off a few way back in like 2014, but really when I got into it was July 29th, 2017, and I only know that because that's when the first one I sent out was on my spreadsheet when I started doing the TTMing regularly. So tomorrow is the 1-year anniversary of that, and I'm about to record a video that will go over all of my stats from my first year, kind of show you guys what it looks like on my end. So it'll be a lot of numbers. If you guys like numbers like I do, then you will probably enjoy tomorrow's episode. And then I'll probably be back on Tuesday with another Topps Rank series, unless Monday has a big TTM mail day. So thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you next time, hopefully tomorrow with that awesome stats video. Have a good one. Have a good rest of your weekend.